You know what's wild? I'm sitting here in Dubai while my friends are getting robbed in London. And my friends are smart, successful entrepreneurs getting punished for doing well. And the worst parts, they think it's normal. They think it's just the cost of doing business in the UK. But every single month they stay, they're losing money they could be investing in their own growth, in their families, or building real wealth. And they don't even realize there's legal proven ways out there. And if you're earning £200 and more, or let's say even 500 or even a million, this video could change everything for you. Today, I'm going to show you how to legally cut your tax bill from 45 to nearly zero. No shady schemes, no risky loopholes. I'm Zach, and 6 years ago, I left Belgium for brutal tax regime. And now, through Emifast, I help entrepreneurs escape high-tax countries and rebuild their lives somewhere that actually reward for success. And look, I know that you're thinking, yeah, this is another guy just talking about offshore hacks. No, this is about smart relocation, setting up your life and business where the system actually works for you. And in 2025, the window of opportunity is wide open. Now stick around because I will show you the countries offering real tax freedom and exactly how our clients are doing it the right way. Now let me paint you a picture of what's actually really happening in the UK right now. The UK tax burden has reached its highest level since 1947, and they're crushing the people who create jobs and drive innovation. So for 2025 and 26, you're getting hammered with full 45% income tax rates. And wait it get even more worse, they have slashed the capital gain tax allowance from £12,000 to £3,000. That's a 75% reduction in what you can earn tax-free from your investments. And the rates there jumped to 24% for higher earners, up to 40% just last year. Now most people don't realize how this adds up. So income tax is 45%, national insurance 15%, capital gain tax at 24%, plus the VAT and everything you buy. So you're actually looking to an effective tax rate from more than 50% when you factor everything in. And you know what? The UK government is responding to entrepreneurs struggling with these rates. Pay your fair share. And as if giving half your income isn't enough. Now, despite all the debate about whether there's really a millionaire exodus from the UK, one thing is crystal clear. Successful people are exploring their options like never before. The latest data suggests that 10,800 millionaires left the UK in 2024, with projection of 16,500 leaving in 2025. Now, whether those exact numbers are right or wrong, that doesn't matter, but what matters is the trends. So I see personally every single week through Emifast UK entrepreneurs calling us. They're so frustrated with the tax system and they're looking for alternatives. And you know what? We're finding them the solutions, because while the UK government is very busy raising taxes, other countries are competing for exactly that kind of people in the UK that is driving it away. Now let me tell you about where I actually live and why I moved here. Now in Dubai, I pay zero personal income tax, zero capital gain tax, zero inheritance tax, and when I sell investments, buy in properties, I receive dividends, and there's no tax implication whatsoever. For my businesses, there is a 9% corporate tax on profits over $102,000, but even that can be minimized through proper structuring. Compare that to the UK's 25% corporate rate plus all the additional taxes. And here's what most people get wrong about Dubai. They think it's just about tax, and it's not. The business opportunities here are incredible, and I'm constantly meeting entrepreneurs, investors, and business leaders from around the world. And the networking alone has been worth the move. The UAE has made it easier than ever before to get residency as well. So the Golden Visa program gives you 5 to 10 years residency through your property investments, business ownership, or even specialized skills. So no more worrying about the visa renewals every single year. And just last month, I helped a client from Manchester restructuring his e-commerce business through Dubai, and his effective tax rate dropped from 42% to under 5%. So that's over £200,000 annually he's now keeping instead of giving it to the HMRC. Now, if completely leaving Europe feels too extreme, there are also other options. Let's say Cyprus offers something unique to the EU access with genuine tax benefits. Cyprus has a 12.5% corporate tax rate, which is already lower than most countries, but here's where it gets interesting. So their IP box regime taxes qualifying intellectual property income at just 2.5%. Most modern businesses have some form of IP, as software, processor, trademarks, or even customer database. They structure this correctly in Cyprus, and you can dramatically reduce your effective tax rate. For individuals, Cyprus offers non-domiciled status. So this means zero tax on foreign dividends, interest, and most capital gain tax for up to 17 years. And imagine keeping 100% of your investment returns for nearly 2 decades. I recently worked with a software entrepreneur from London who relocated to Cyprus. he maintained EU market access for his business while cutting his effective tax rate from 38% to 6%. It's again £208,000 annual saving on $1 million in profit. Portugal rebuilt their tax incentives program after some changes last year. Now, what makes Portugal attractive isn't the tax rate only, it's the entire package. You get the European culture, excellent quality of life, reasonable property prices, and legitimate tax optimization all in one place. For entrepreneurs who want to stay in Europe but escape punishing tax rates, Portugal deserves serious consideration. The weather also doesn't hear it either. Now, Singapore operates on a territorial tax system, so you're only taxed on income that you made in Singapore. For entrepreneurs with international businesses, this is incredibly powerful. So their corporate tax rate is at the top 17%, but with various incentives, effective tax rates can be much lower. Plus, Singapore's position as Asia's financial center creates genuine business opportunities you simply can't access from London. I have clients running trading businesses from Singapore who pays virtually no tax on their international operations. And it's all legal, transparent, and incredibly effective. Now, before you start planning your exit, let's talk about the HMRC, because they are not going to let you leave without checking every single detail of your arrangement. The UK uses something called the statutory residency test to determine if you're still UK tax resident despite living abroad. They will look at your family, your property ownership, your work patterns, and physical presence. Get this wrong and you could end up paying UK taxes of global income while living in Dubai. I've seen entrepreneurs making this mistake, and it's financially devastating. The key is understanding leaving the UK isn't just about getting on a plane. You need to properly severe your UK ties while building genuine substance in your new country. And this is where a lot of people mess up. They think they can just set up a paper company in Dubai, visit 2 times a year, and somehow become tax-free. And that's of course not how it works. You need real substance in your new country, and this means spending significant time here. So usually between 60 to 183 days, depending on the jurisdiction. It also means moving your family, establishing business operations, building local relationships. And here's what most advisors won't tell you: when you need to build this genuine substance, you often discover opportunities you never expected. New markets, new partnerships, new ways of thinking about your business. The entrepreneurs who succeed with international relocation aren't just escaping high taxes. They are building global businesses and lifestyles. So what are your realistic options as a UK entrepreneur in 2025? Now, if you want the most aggressive tax options, Dubai offers zero personal taxes with world-class infrastructure and business opportunities. The UAE Golden Visa makes residency straightforward, and the business environment is generally entrepreneur-friendly. If you prefer to stay in Europe, Cyprus provides EU access with corporate rates starting at 12.5% and personal tax benefits through non-dom status. It's legitimate EU tax planning without the complexity of completely relocating. Now, Portugal offers European lifestyle with 20% professional tax rate for up to 10 years. Perfect if quality of life matters as much as tax optimization. Singapore provides access to Asian markets with territorial taxation that can eliminate tax on international business income, so each has its different requirements, different benefits, and different challenges. The key is matching the strategy to your specific situation. And here's something crucial: timing matters more than most people realize. The UK tax environment continues to get more worse for entrepreneurs. Capital gain tax rates, they're just increasing, allowance keeps shrinking, and there's constant talk of wealth tax and other new taxes. Meanwhile, the best international opportunities may not be available forever. Countries adjust their programs based on demand and political pressure. I've seen entrepreneurs wait too long, hoping things would improve in the UK, only to find their preferred option has become more restrictive or expensive. Look, international tax planning isn't something you want to mess up. So the rules are very complex, they're changing the whole time and vary dramatically between countries. At Emifast, we have helped hundreds of UK entrepreneurs successfully navigate these transitions. We understand both opportunities and also the pitfalls because we have seen them firsthand. Some people think they can handle it themselves or work with their local accountant. That rarely ends well. So you need a specialist who understands the international tax law, all the residency requirements, and the practical implementation. So what should you actually do with this information? Now, first calculate your real UK tax burden, not just the income tax, but everything. The national insurance, capital gain tax, dividend tax, VAT, everything. Most entrepreneurs are shocked when they see the total. Now, second, think about your priorities. Pure tax optimization, business opportunities, or lifestyle, maybe family considerations. The best solution depends on what matters the most to you. The third, understand that this isn't just about taxes. It's about positioning yourself in a global economy where successful entrepreneurs have more options than ever. And if you're serious about exploring other options other than the UK tax system, visit us at emifast.com, book a consultation via the link in the description. We analyze your specific situation and show you what exactly is possible in your situation. Don't wait forever. The entrepreneurs who benefit most from international planning are the ones who act while they still have the options. 6 years ago, I was paying over 50% in combined taxes in Belgium. Today, I pay virtually nothing while living in one of the best cities in the world and most dynamic business hubs. The difference isn't just financial, it's about freedom, opportunities, building wealth instead of funding government waste. The UK will always be a great country with amazing people and a rich culture, but for entrepreneurs who want to build serious wealth, it's becoming an increasingly challenging thing in the UK. Other countries understand that attracting successful entrepreneurs benefits everyone. They're creating environments where business thrives and success is rewarded and not punished. You have more options than you think. The question is just whether you are going to explore them or keep accepting all the status going on. So what's your current tax situation? Are you considering other options than UK? Drop a comment below. I would say hit the like button, subscribe, and I see you in the next video.